Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk PMA. We're here to teach you how to be in control of your thoughts,
to be confident in yourself,
to embrace all challenges as opportunities, not threats,
to be committed to yourself, your team, and your sport. Our hearts go out to all the victims in Washington State as well as Hawaii, and want to support you in any way that we can.
With that being said, Let's Talk PMA is going to donate 10% of each workbook and journal sold to the victims of the wildfires in Washington State and in Maui. So go check it out, letstalkpma.com. You can go and get yours on there. 10% will be going to all of the victims of the wildfires. So today we're going to talk about commitment. We're trying to stay more on topic with like what we're going through right now, kind of where our heads are at. And commitment has really been our thing, especially for you. I know it's been something that you've been saying and using every day with your journaling and with everything else that we have been doing. So do you want to?
Yeah, it's kind of exciting. We're starting this new journey of working out and becoming our better selves. And I personally have always struggled with staying committed because I always do it by myself. I always feel like I can't do it with other people because I'm on my own agenda. I'm on my own time frame. And now that you're home, it's been awesome because number one, we live together, so it's easier. But I'm understanding that it really is easier with that other person, like we've talked about. And I feel more committed to our journey. And even this weekend I was away and we had some downtime, and I was like, I need to go for a walk. I need to go get out, find a path and go for a walk and get my circles closed on my watch. And but just those little things, it was just like I am in a mode right now that I'm staying committed. And even though it's hard, and even though it's sometimes we just don't want to do it, but if I don't do it, I don't feel good. And, and it was just kind of, everyone was cheering me on. I went up the big hill and everybody could watch me from the lake house. And, I walked a little over a mile on gravel and up hills. And so it was kind of cool because I was showing everyone else that they can do it too. It's not just, I'm not just doing it to show off. I'm doing it because of my health and because I want to get better. And so it was really kind of I texted you and was like, hey, I did my stretches. Hey, and just being able to say
and I
that.
Get my notifications that you finished a workout too.
So it's that, she's going to know that I did it and I can feel proud of myself for being, but I also have that little bit of maybe she's proud of me too. And so it just kind of motivates me to keep going.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think obviously we're in different places and the same but different places. Mm-hmm. We're both kind of in this area where we're trying to really focus on ourselves and work on ourselves and, being that best version that we can be. And so, I mean, working out is probably one of the biggest ways that I'm doing it right now. And I want to work out 3 times a day. I can't work out 3 times a day because I can only go when she goes. But
well, that's right now.
I mean, I'm a guest, so I can only go when you go. So, but I mean, I'm finding other ways that I'm doing things that make me feel good. So I'm going through my closet and I'm going through all my clothes, and if my clothes don't serve me anymore, then I'm getting rid of them, and I'm recording the process as well. So I'm keeping track of everything. And it's just when you're committed to something, there can be a million different ways to stay committed. Our big commitment goal right now is to ourselves, to be healthy, to be happy, to be the best version of who we are. And there's going to be a million different ways that we can do that, with food, with exercise, with our makeup, with our skincare, with our clothes, like all these things that make you feel good, the people that we're surrounded with, the things that make you feel good. Mm-hmm. That's what we're really like focused on right now. So it's really cool, at least for me. Like I'm like, okay, I'm out of some of my skincare products, and I'm like, but I want to upgrade now. So I'm like, okay, making lists. Okay, what do I need to incorporate? What is going to, really make my skincare the best routine it can be for me?
Mm-hmm. Well, and even like we're having a yard sale this weekend. I'm super excited to I'm looking at my closets, and I'm like, I'm so excited to go through all that and just clean up the clutter. So, staying committed to that self process of being better, a better us, which also means cleaning up clutter in your life. So, I walk around my house and I have still the kids stuff, and I still have just, craft stuff everywhere. And now it's time to really clean up and really gain that organization of, this is what I want my life to be. And I think that that's so important, because once you feel organized and once you feel like that clutter is gone, it almost frees you up to be just cleaner in every area of your life.
Yeah. Well, and also because I have an app, it's called Alive. It's by Whitney Simmons, and super love the app. We've been doing all the workouts on it. And we're doing this refresh and reset workout program right now. And it's a really good workout program, but it also like takes into account like the rest days and the stretching, the mindful mobility days. And it's really cool because those rest days, it's, it gives you kind of a description of what the day looks like. And it's like, clean out 3 things that are, it could be your laundry, it could be picking up your shoes, it could be folding your clothes. Mm-hmm. And then write in your gratitude journal. So write what you're grateful for. And so it's really cool to like have something incorporated like that. So you're doing it weekly. You're keeping it weekly. I'm going to clean, I'm going to clean these things. I'm going to, reset my mind. I'm going to reset my week. And I'm going to feel grateful for what I have so that I'm prepared for this next week.
And I like the fact of the grateful, being grateful for things. I do that. That's every morning I sit down and I write in my journal, and then I write down what I'm grateful for each day. And it clears my mind, number one, and I feel a lot more at peace when I know that, I am conscious of the things that I'm grateful for. And sometimes it changes. It's always my family. It's always my friends. It's always the things that I have. But sometimes it digs a little deeper. I'm very grateful for the joy, the peace, the love in my life. And that carries out and it explodes onto others. And I think that's where I'm at right now. And I'm very committed to doing that every day, because I want to continue that peace in my life. And if it shines on to other people, then it just makes it that much more. And it's really made me lately want to give back more. So give back to the community and give back to however I can. And so I think it's just a way for us to clear out the negativity, and staying committed to that is going to just enrich our lives even more.
Yeah, well, we used to be incredibly involved in the community as well. And, me going off to college in Arizona and everything, like, obviously changes things. And, we were talking about the other day, like, going back to being involved in the community and the groups that we were involved in, in different ways. Because it feels good. And, like, right now, like, I don't have a lot going for me right now. And so things like that.
I'm sure I agree with that one, but.
Well, I don't have a job. I don't have a whole life kind of thing going on. Like when I was in Arizona, I had a lot going on. I don't have anything going on right now. And so it's like good to find the little things and find the little time to go back and like be involved and to, be mentors to the younger kids, and to, go out and do community service and raise money for different kinds of charities and just be involved. And so it feels really good. And so it's okay. I think when you do it for a long time, it's okay to take a break, like you don't, like it's not an obligation.
Right.
You put in your time, you're able to step back and focus on what you need to focus on, but it's also okay to go back.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I did so much community stuff and with the schools, volunteering for so long. And sometimes when you do it for so long, you kind of feel, at least I did, and I don't think everyone does, but you kind of get that, you get tired, because you are giving so much, and we forget to give back to ourselves. And so, like you said, taking that time off just for a little bit to concentrate on resetting yourself so that you can give to others again. And I think we're at that point now that, we've given to ourselves. We are concentrating on ourselves. So I'm going to go volunteer today at a place that does horse therapy for kids and people with PTSD. And so I'm super excited. They've called me in to be a life coach there. And so I'm super excited to be able to volunteer my time and to work with these people and just hopefully help them get through their tough times. So, just having that, and it just fills your heart.
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of cool, we're talking about commitment, and I feel like all of these different things that we've talked about, they're all forms of commitment. Commitment to yourself, committed to your work, committed to your life, or, whatever other goals that you're working towards. They're all just different forms of commitment, and sometimes it doesn't seem like that, I mean, if you don't
making a difference,
if you don't really break it down and think about it like we do, then it can just seem like just another thing on your day. And you kind of can forget this actually is a committed moment. I am showing commitment to myself or to whatever goal it is. And it could be for me as a basketball coach, being committed is me just watching videos, watching basketball videos. That's me staying committed, me staying involved and still learning and, watching, athletes grow within the sport. So, that's a form of commitment. So it's kind of cool to think about it in that different way, that more open-minded way of how many different things that you can do to be committed.
Well, and it helps you stay focused. So we get so into our own lives and our own days that sometimes having something to be committed to, you just get scattered in so many different directions. So helping ourselves to stay committed to our tasks and to our goals and what we want in our lives, figuring out our priorities in our lives, and then finding that commitment, and it just helps us stay focused. And once we're focused, then we become a little more driven. And I think that's important for us to have a drive. If you don't have a drive, it's kind of, your life gets a little off balance.
Yeah. Well, and for all the athletes, I mean, you have to find your why too. Why are you committed? You can say I'm committed to this sport all you want, or multiple sports, but why and how? How am I going to be committed? How am I going to show myself that I'm committed? And it's not even showing others. It's proving and showing to yourself that you are committed to this sport. What are the steps that you're going to take? And there's a million different steps that you can take.
Yeah. Well, how are you going to show up for yourself? And then once you show up for yourself, how are you going to show up for others? And that's huge. If you don't know, then you need to sit down and figure out what that means. So showing up in life in general.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like we were saying, especially for athletes being committed, it comes mentally and physically. So, watching videos, watching film, journaling, doing your gratitude journal, working out.
Working on your mindset.
Yeah.
Where does that go? I mean, if you pick up our workbook, we'll do a little plug. Pick up our workbook, Creating Mental Toughness. And, there's lots of good tools in there to work on your mind and your mindset and get it focused so that you can work on your physical, so you can work on your commitment to yourself and to your team. And yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask you this. Why is it important to be committed?
Because, like we said, it keeps you focused. It keeps you balanced. Keeps your mind in a focused state where you know what you want. If you don't know what you want, you kind of feel like you're in chaos. And so working through those thoughts of what am I committed to? Who am I committed to? Why? Why do I want to be committed to that? What is it? What difference am I going to make in my life? What difference can I make in others? So I think that's the reason you want to stay balanced by being committed.
Yeah. Well, and I think another really important thing for commitment and being able to stay committed is you're doing it for yourself. Mm-hmm. You can't be committed to something and be doing it for someone else. Mm-hmm. That's when you have like you stop being committed, you stop doing the little things, you stop working out, because you're not doing it for yourself. Absolutely. You're doing it for someone else. And I think that's why a lot of times, especially with like working out, you can start out with a buddy, but usually that buddy might like fade off or something like that, because they're doing it for you or you're doing it for them. You're not mutually doing it for yourselves together.
Well, it made me think of this weekend when I was doing it on my own, working out on my own and just driving for myself. And I thought, you know what, this is hard, but I'm doing this for myself because I am super excited to see what I'm going to be like at the end. When I've reached that goal, when I have, completed all of my tasks that I am committed to, I'm super excited to see what that's like. And that's for me. It's not for you. Yeah, I want to show you that I'm doing it, but I could do it without it. I have my watch that shows me that I'm closing my rings or not. And now I've gotten to the point where that means something to me again, where before it was like, oh, I don't care. But now it's like, I want to close every ring on my workout thing. It's important to me again. And so it's because I know that when I reach my goal, it's going to be super exciting.
Well, and we did the watch, or like your Apple Watch or whatever, had a fitness challenge, and it was like 7 days, and every day you work out, you can get up to like 600 points or something like that. And I don't really know how it tracks the points, but that's how it works. And so we had done it, and we were working out basically the same every day. She usually gets up early and goes for a walk, and I don't usually. so she was ahead for a really long time, but it was the last day, and I ended up doing a pretty tough basketball workout. And I pulled ahead and ended up winning by like 200 points. But it was because you didn't do anything.
It was because it was a day I had a bad day. Yep.
If you would have even gone on your walk, it didn't even come down to, because like neither one of us did our actual like weightlifting workout.
Right.
But if she would have even done her morning walk, she would have probably won, or we would have been extremely close at that point. So I mean. But it's fun, too, when you're, like, committed like that and you put a challenge in it.
It is. And, the reason I didn't do it that day is because I was having a bad day. I was kind of going through a pity party that day. And I let myself get into it. Excuse me. And if I would have just gone for a walk and just let my endorphins and let the anger out through my walk, I don't think I would have dwelled so hard. And it's so easy to just get into that negativity and that pity party that you don't feel like doing anything. You don't want to do anything because you just want to cry, or you just want to just be mad, or whatever it is. But if we just push ourselves a little bit just to go out and just move your body a little bit more, we can work it out. And that's what I should have done.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about it all the time, and I know this, and I've always known this, that, you know, find a way to have that outlet. You know, for me, basketball has always been the outlet. Sad, mad, angry, you know, happy, excited, nervous, whatever. It doesn't matter what I'm feeling. I go and play basketball, and I'm better. And now, like, when we go and work out, that's the same thing. I don't know what I'm feeling before. I could be feeling a quadrillion things, especially where I'm at right now. But, you know, I go and I work out, and I always feel better afterwards because it's that outlet.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just recognizing that. And I don't think I've recognized it as much until we've started working on this goal. And so it's good to understand and to feel those ways both ways, because now I know if I get into that state again, I know what I can go do, where I don't have to fall back into my old habits of just feeling sorry for myself and not doing anything, or throwing myself into food, or throwing myself into just sleeping, which is what I would do. And I don't want to do that anymore. So it's kind of fun to see how you can change your mindset in that way.
So commitment can be a million different things. You just have to find what you're committed to, why you're committed to it, and how you're going to stay committed to it. And don't limit yourself. You know, don't force yourself to only be committed in one way, because commitment is a million different things. So thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe below. And then again, we are going to be giving 10% back to the wildfires for every workbook and journal that's sold. So go and get those. It's www.letstalkpma.com. Go check those out. We really would like to donate as much as we can. So with all your help, we would love to be able to help to those wildfires here in Washington and the ones in Maui. So thank you, everybody, so much for watching, and we'll see you all next week.